I'd like to call the Shoreline Fire Department RFA Board of Commissioner meeting to order for October 2nd, 2025. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Adamant has an excused absence. We have Commissioner Byers, Commissioner Woolham, and Commissioner Nye, and Chief Cowan virtual tonight. Any public comment? Miss Libby, nothing? You're the only public here. Okay. Any consideration of the agenda tonight, Chiefs?
I do not. Chief Cowan, you good?
Okay.
Thumbs up. Okay. Nope.
Moving on. We're going to move Station 57 HVAC request for proposal up to the front. I'm going to turn it over to Chief Hooks now.
Thank you. All right. So as discussed at previous meetings, the support services has been evaluating replacement of the Station 57 HVAC system. As you recall, I gave you the background on that in previous meetings, why we're doing that. But we put the RFP together, sent that out to 140 firms off of the MRSC Small Works roster. That was all the firms listed under the HVAC category. So we just launched it out to everybody as a fair method. We had a few firms reply back that they did not want to submit a proposal, which was fine, and we did receive 4 proposals in hand. All 4 did come out and walk through the space with Anders, and I think you've all met Anders, project manager for support services. So we got to meet with four different companies, and we just received all 4 of those proposals this week. Myself and Anders, Commissioner Webster, and TCA Architects, our architects that we have our contract with, evaluated all 4 proposals. We scored all 4 proposals based on the matrix that was in the RFP. While they all provided a good approach and a good understanding and a professional background, we felt like one of the firms rose to the top, and that was DB Solutions. You have a hard copy of their proposal in front of you. I also emailed it to you, and I apologize that it wasn't any sooner than today, but we had just received the last of the proposals 2 days ago. So the financial policy of the department and the RCWs of the state require that the small works roster process be a bid threshold of $350,000 to follow the process that we have. We did speak with our attorney about that. That does not include sales tax in that price, and there is an allowability for a percentage above that threshold, knowing that we went into this with good faith estimates prior to formal proposals. So we feel confident, for one, that DB Solutions price falls within the range that satisfies the financial policy. Number 2, we're excited about DB applying because they have done work at Station 57 in the past, including the heating system in the bunker room, the ventilation for the kitchen hoods, and the ventilation in the bathrooms during the remodel. They were the lowest price of the 4 proposals received additionally. and I'm not going to speak for Commissioner Webster, but I will share that you mentioned that you've had some personal experience with this firm as well, and have a good working relationship with them. Additionally, Andrews was able to meet with DB Solutions at 57 and felt like they had a good grasp for the project. Their timeline lays out well with what we're trying to do down there. We feel like with the work that's going on with the generator, that we've got an opportunity to still kind of blend those two projects together. We have to have some conversations with the contractor for the generator to make sure they're not stepping on each other's toes. But that's something that we feel like we can make work. Additionally, their proposal allows for keeping our crews in the station with a heated building in the winter for almost all their work. They're going to phase it out where they can put a lot of the components in before they make that switch over, and that'll reduce the impact on the crews in the station pretty significantly. So our recommendation from the department here is DB Solutions, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. Or Andrews, if you have anything to add, or Commissioner Webster.
I think the process and the FRP that you put together is very comprehensive and covers everything we need. So, and like I said, I've had working with DB Solutions, and they do a great job. They've got good management, and that's a huge thing in a remodel because they tend to follow their schedule. So I think it's a pretty good number.
Is there a maintenance contract?
So we currently have a maintenance contract with PSR Mechanical, and we will follow up with them. They can maintain this new equipment as well. It might readjust that fee a little bit based on the equipment in the building, but the equipment that they are describing for 57 is similar to like Station 63, for example, which PSR also maintains. So DB Solutions will not be our maintenance contractor. This is just the installation.
And the other point is this system takes less maintenance than makes.
Yeah, and as I discussed previously in other meetings, this does meet the new Washington State Green Energy Initiative requirements and stuff. And TCA helped us put language in the RFP that described what we were looking for, and this their proposal back matched that.
So you have three different prices here. Are we doing the add-ons?
Yeah, so the base price is the main work, right? The add-ons are something we do have a couple follow-up questions with. I am interested in them. The alternate control system is something that I would like all our stations to have. It allows, for example, our future facilities manager to be able to remotely monitor the system and make adjustments if necessary without having to go to the building. The energy optimization alternate, we're still looking for a little bit of information on those two options, right? But like if there is an issue or a fault detected in the system, again, it can be evaluated remotely and see if it's something that we can handle in-house, or if we need to call a technician out for repair or something like that. My understanding is that you have to have the control system in place before you put the optimizer in. To make the optimizer work, you have to have the control system kind of thing, right? So, yeah. So we do want, speaking with Commissioner Webster and Anders and the architects, we do feel like we will ask a couple of follow-up questions for those two alternate options. And potentially there's a little room for negotiation. We'll see on those prices, but I will say that some of the other proposals had alternate control systems and energy optimizers that were at a higher price than this even, right? This is a non-proprietary software that we could get in and have access to. So
Would it be
monthly fees on top of that for monitoring?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Usually not.
I don't think
Usually
so.
not.
It's in-house.
Yeah, like we've got 61 as a monitored system with, that I don't think we pay any fees on, so.
But what the advantage is that in usage, and these have the individual units and stuff, so you can, sometimes you have over usage of different parts, and we can oversee that and control
So
it.
we just alert our personnel if there's a problem.
Yep.
Surprised they don't charge a monthly fee for that, but
They
Just
don't,
don't give me any ideas.
it's in-house, they'll be able to do
it seems logical to me.
All right, so I guess Andrews brought up a good point. There is, I guess the first year is free.
First year's free, and then there's a, so it talks about some type of a, it just talks about the first year's free, and then after that, it is a limited price.
That's for the energy optimization system. Yeah, 1 year subscription is included. But I don't know if that's the same for the control system. Yeah,
No,
so that's again, we're not agreeing to those two add-ons until we ask a few more questions about that
All right.
piece, so.
That would be one of our questions.
We should know that.
Yep,
All right, is there any other questions? Do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we accept DB Solutions proposal. That's
Been motioned by Commissioner Webster. Do we have a second?
Second.
And seconded by Commissioner Kraft. If there are no other questions or concerns, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Passes unanimously, Beatrice. Thank you.
thank you, everybody.
Okay. Anders. Approval of the, where am I? Approval of the past minutes from September 18th.
There's any changes, I'll make a motion that we accept them as presented.
I'll second.
Yep. No consideration of the agenda? No, we're good? We're good?
For correspondence.
Where am I? Did I miss?
And
Oh, okay. We do, sorry.
there is one in there.
Yes, there is, we do. Let me do this.
What's that?
Where am I?
The letter that we got?
We have correspondence.
Okay, correspondence. Sorry about that, guys. Pictures were.
Sharp mayor.
Yeah, so it looks like a thank you letter from Woodway, town of Woodway, for some of our staff showing up at their town fair and parade. So,
That was nice. Our mayor loves riding in the fire engine.
who doesn't?
Sorry. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. Read that backwards, but that's okay. Standing agenda, warrants, motion to approve.
I'll move to accept disbursements in the amount of $2,928,542.38.
Motion by Commissioner Heveland. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Harris. Any questions or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, guys. Passes unanimously. Commissioners report. Josh, do you have anything? Nothing. David? Rick? Barb?
No report.
Tyler, you have anything to report? No. Lisa, we don't want to hear it. Rod?
I would be happy to say. Kim and I attended the
King County Fire Chiefs Leadership Conference over in
Squamish.
Squamish, the casino over there. Good conference. We heard from UW coach for rowing. And it was interesting to hear how they select their people and how they have to work together. The whole thing is team building, leadership and team building. We heard from a retired brigadier general, and she was very entertaining in how she explained how things work from her perspective. We had retired astronaut, been on three missions. We had a presentation from the first fire chief at the Twin Towers, 9/11. And he kind of interesting. What really got me was looking, he was talking about, we had this huge catastrophe, and then just minutes later we heard, oh, they hit the second building. That wouldn't put you into a panic. No. Anyway, very good conference. Well, it's well run, I will say that. I would recommend anybody look into that because it's done well. No, most of the credit, goes to our fire chief, but I won't go there.
It looked like most of our shoreline group anyway attended the open house. Sorry you guys missed it. We had a pretty good turnout. Weather was great. I got to work the teddy bear clinic. I helped the little ones put bandages and splints on the teddy bears. It was, they loved it. Yeah, like Rod said, we just got back from the conference. Rhonda Hornum was my favorite. She was retired brigadier general, and the minute she walked up on stage, everybody stood up and applauded. It was very heartwarming. She was actually a prisoner of war and told how she overcome the emotions and the stress and PSD kind of thing, and she's just a very strong woman, emotionally, mentally. She went on to a university to become a director of health strategy. She's got a website, really impressive. If anybody is interested, I'll pass that on to you. I would highly recommend going and seeing her if she speaks again. But as Rod said, all the speakers were good. They each had something to share. Right?
Yeah, I agree completely.
Think back on next year. That's all I had. Financial report. We have in front of us August financial report. Going through it, did anybody have any questions or?
There are some notes throughout the spreadsheet that Rachel put on there. And most of them made sense to me, but if you have any in particular that you'd like to review, please let me know.
Yeah.
7%.
The only one I noticed, I guess, was under the legislative on the memberships. And it shows we haven't spent any money on the memberships, but we have NAFO membership and a King County Fire Commissioners membership.
Maybe they haven't come through yet.
I thought we did that at the beginning of the year.
Well, I know we did. I thought we did NAFO at the beginning of the year. Or not NAFO, WICA.
WICA, the WICA register, oh no, yeah, WICA too, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my only thing. Yeah. So-
Yeah,
so we haven't
well,
spent any.
this budget actually started mid-year, right?
The budget started with the RFA. That's why, that's why.
So
That's why our, like our
Sure.
commissioner
Things-
dues and things aren't
Yeah, that's
reflected
right.
there.
Things are a
Because they were
little
paid
out of
first.
whack.
Will be after the first of the year.
Okay, never
I
mind.
can,
Good call.
that's. all I looked at that.
Anything else? You guys need a few more minutes? We have the strategic activity report. Anything new there?
Not particularly, not that we haven't already been talking about. You know, the bigger purchases have been the heavy rescue, the HVAC, and the life packs, which I wanted to thank Josh for asking some pointed questions at the last commissioner meeting. We dove into it a little bit deeper and have kind of refined our purchase a little bit. So, and Andres can talk to that.
All right, let's move on to the RFA activity report. We have Chief Callens. I didn't have anything marked. Did anybody else see anything they had questions on or?
We did receive the original CBA that he's sent out. Are we talking about that later on? Reported the agreement with the.
The uniform CBA, that's an agenda.
Yeah, that's under something else. So.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move on to Chief Stein. The new carport, is that going to be here at 61s?
51.
51.
Yeah. So that's going to cover the south parking stalls on the drill ground, the upper level of the parking lot. So we're working with TCA to evaluate that. We did have, that was a budgeted project for 2025. But we might be rolling that, probably most likely be rolling that budget amount to 2026, give us some more time to work with the architects on that and get it right. So.
Out for that. We try to stay up in the free.
Yeah, we're gonna see, it's actually coming in quite a bit less expensive and for just the structure that we thought, but yeah, we might need to, so, yeah.
We're having issues at 62 and the property next door.
No, just, the property next door to 62 is the dog groomer and the old pizza restaurant, so I was just down there the other day. I like to go swing by there every once in a while, and it looked pretty overgrown. So I had our facilities tech go down this week, and he's doing just some landscape to try and keep the property looking not overgrown and keep the neighbors from giving us a hard time that we're letting things get away from us. We did have a report. The business owner from the dog groomer, the pizza restaurant that is no longer there had built a patio to the east side of the pizza restaurant. It's a wood structure that comes off the building towards station 62. There was some concern at the city that was built illegally on our property line between station 62 and the building. That's been a little bit of an issue. We've just kind of let it be. And obviously now the restaurant's not there. We did unfortunately have a report from the dog groomer business owner that some homeless people were sleeping in the patio covered area, which made her feel unsafe when she showed up one morning to work and was surprised that someone was in there. So next week we have plans to get that structure removed for just some safety, some general aesthetic, and get rid of the property line issue. So Patty will be going down there just to disassemble that structure and keep that open a little bit more and less of a welcoming place for someone to take a nap.
Is the dog place still business?
Oh yeah, they're doing great. Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's all that's,
Rumor has it, that's how Sunny's caught on fire.
Hmm.
That's where-
yeah. So we're trying to do what we can to keep it, so Patty's down there this week and next week, just cleaning the place up even more than what we,
Yeah.
just to keep it looking good.
Anything else for Chief Cookstein? Nothing in Zoom land. Deputy Chief Arms. School safety and security visits.
Yes, Chief Kennison. Yeah, yeah, Chief Kennison met with the Shoreline School District rep to do the site visits at all the schools. We do these annually.
Okay.
And we need a different person to it.
So you delegated Kennison, or is it BC Kennison?
Division Chief
Division
Kennison.
Chief, sorry.
Travis went last.
Mark and I went the year before.
We are rotating, aren't we? It's okay, as long as getting it done. Everything
Marcus.
apparently, the
Mark has to
schools-
do it next week.
schools are all secure and kids are all
Do you have to do
happy.
that North Shore School District or?
We have not been invited to do that at North Shore.
There was a request from the Shoreline School District.
I won't mention it. You don't need more work.
There anything else for Deputy Chief Arms?
I'm just curious about electric bus isolation area.
Yeah, so King County Metro is meeting with all the local fire departments. They are obviously moving from petroleum-based buses to electric-based buses, and they're looking for places where if they have a damaged bus or they think that there's a battery problem, they can park the bus there and repair it so that it's far enough away from other hazards and it catches fire. It's in an isolated place. So they have they've been interviewing all the fire departments to kind of come up with whatever plan they're trying.
Do they have a similar switch off like you were talking about the plugs for the Teslas? Is the buses gonna have something like that on the electric buses that'll kill all the power?
Yeah, I imagine they've been providing us with the training materials kind of slowly. We haven't gotten that far. My guess is that there's kill switches, but once the thermal runaway starts, there's nothing we can stand that.
Okay. They're gonna have to do that everywhere then. Every city's gonna have a,
I don't know what their plan is on how many, but I would imagine close to the bus barn.
yeah, and that's why I mean, there's bus barns all around.
Yeah.
So that's gotta be a big undertaking.
All right, moving on to, there's no old business, so new business, BLS transport fee increase.
Right, so this is something that we look at every year to try and adjust to make sure that we're staying in line with what's going on in the industry and in our area. So this is just one of our annual increases and reviews.
Chief, is there a standard for that increase? Is it tied to CPI or some other metric?
We have looked at tying it to CPI in the past. We also look at what the other agencies and privates are doing in our area too. So it's usually a combination. I believe that this is just a CPI increase though this year.
One of the smallest I've ever seen.
Okay, if there's no further comment or questions, do we have a motion?
I move to authorize the Shoreline Fire Department to increase the base fee for BLS transport from $1,074,099.89 to $1,103,091 and increase the mileage charge from $20.30 to $20.85, effective January 1st, 2026.
How about $1,074 and
No
89
millions.
cents?
Oh, million.
To
Sorry.
$1,100.
Everything's always a million.
Might be good for the bottom line.
We just solved all our budget problems.
Yeah,
With
for
those
the next several years.
Nobody's gonna want to be
corrections, I'll
transported.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Commissioner Sullivan, seconded by Commissioner Webster. Any further comment? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, sole source purchase of life packs from Stryker. We talked to him today.
So
He said we were gonna give him money.
we are gonna give them money, but I don't know if Commissioner Pratt was in the room, but I wanted to thank him again for pointing out having some pointed questions at our last meeting, and we've gone back and had further discussions and revisited, what our purchase looks like. I'm gonna put this to Andres to answer any questions on it, and to walk us through, the purchase.
Thanks, Chief.
Yeah, so commissioners, you'll see the total purchase price here is almost $1 million. The bulk of that is for the ALS units, the Life Pack 35s. Those are the more kind of sophisticated, expensive units. About 250,000 or so. These dollars are going to purchase 15 ELS Life Pack 15s. Now, we have 5 that will be coming off of the medic units, and that will give us 20 in the system, which allows us to have one on every frontline rig, enough for some of our reserves, and then enough for training and spare. You have a catastrophic failure of one of them, I think we'll be well positioned into 2026. So just to be clear, this is a purchase agreement that with your approval I will sign this week, but the purchase will be made in 2026.
Did we not already approve this last week or last week?
You did approve it, but we
Yeah, the final number.
wanted to get documentation for sole source.
Okay. So do we need to vote on it again?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just discussed. That was it. So we'll need a motion, folks.
I'll make a motion that we accept the what do we want to call this? Purchase of Life Pack 15 and Life Pack 35 units as per the proposal.
Stryker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Josh. It's been motioned by Commissioner Webster and seconded by Commissioner Pratt. Is there any further discussion or comments, questions? Hearing none.
Question.
Oh, yeah, Tyler.
I was just curious about the, is the ALS purchasing 35s or King County Medic 1?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I had. Thanks.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Passes unanimously. Okay, collective, uniform, collective bargaining agreement.
Right, so I want to sincerely apologize. I just got completely swamped this week in not getting some of the talking points, the higher, more strategic level talking points for that came out of the contract negotiations until I think last night at, I don't know, 11:30, I think, or so, somewhere in there. And so I apologize for that. And if you haven't had time to digest, or read through the contract or my talking points and consider the bigger changes that we're making, I'm okay with delaying this to the October 16th meeting. But if you feel comfortable, I can walk through it's only about a little over a half dozen bigger items that I wanted to draw your attention to. And if you feel comfortable, then that's fine too. I just don't want to pressure the board to make a decision when I couldn't deliver, with very much notice. It would be nice to get this done tonight. We still have the chief officer CBA that I'm working through to review that as well. But I'm happy to go either way with this. So if you'd like, I can walk through the high points.
Everybody had time to go over this at all?
I just started, I think.
Yeah, we just got home.
Yeah, and then your talking points showed up tonight. I haven't even had a chance to walk through those.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Chief, I think we're gonna wait on this. It's
Okay.
like majority of the group has not had time to go through this.
Okay. I want to make sure everybody got the CBA that I sent that Sunday or Monday morning, Sunday night or it might have been Monday morning. I got it Sunday night. Back from the union. I just want to make sure you guys got the clean version of the CBA. I want to thank Beatrice for putting together the red line version, which she sent out yesterday or day before, I can't remember. But if you have any questions about any of this, please either email me or give me a call. I'm going to be gone next week, but I'll be back in the 13th.
Thank you, Chief. All right, tabled till next meeting. Adding a finance specialist and facilities tech position.
So we've been talking about these positions for multiple meetings and trying to move on the finance specialist position sooner than later, before the end of the year. And we were thinking that we were going to do the facilities technician in the 2026 budget and for next year. And that the facilities technician would be focusing on more lower level facilities type stuff, more specifically, especially with like landscaping or pressure washing or painting and things of that nature, which will create some savings out of our expense budget because we're budgeting quite a bit for that. Now, it's hard to pinpoint exactly because it really depends on what different line items we think that he's going to work or she. But in the neighborhood of $60,000 to $70,000. So with the savings that we received in not being able to find for example, a facilities manager, and some other savings in salaries and benefits, we felt that instead of waiting until the new year, now granted, by the time we go through the whole process and find somebody, it'll probably be close to the new year anyway, but we would like to move on the facilities technician position sooner than later as well as the finance position or a finance specialist, sorry. So that's what I want, and it's, these are new positions, and I wanted to come back to the board and open it up for any questions that you may have and so forth. We had been kind of waiting on the finance specialist position for a little bit, waiting for what was going to happen with PERC and the petition for the admin staff to join the non-uniform represented group. We do have we don't have an official position yet, but we do have agreement with the union about, what we're going to do with these positions. So now we feel like we can start moving forward on the finance specialist position. And if you're okay with it, with both positions.
Will both be non-uniform?
These would both be in the non-uniform. That's correct. I anticipated being the non-uniform. We don't have a non-uniform yet. It would be anticipated that, yes, that these would both be in that.
Bertha, did you have anything to add?
Talk about the need for the finance specialist position in the past few months already I know that the administrative division really needed to get this going sooner than later. It would be very beneficial for at least a couple of months of training to get the new finance specialist. And the only thing I can add to that is that we are looking into internal process to have this advertised in the next 16 days, just to see if there's any interest for internal employees here. And if there's no shown of any interest, then we're going to go external.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other questions or concerns for the finance specialist position? Hearing none, can we have a motion for the finance specialist position?
I'll move to authorize the governing board of commissioners to approve the addition of the accounting specialist position outside the current 2025 budget and to allow human resources to begin the hiring process for start date November 1, 2025.
Thank you, Josh. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
And motion by Commissioner Pratt, seconded by Commissioner Sullivan. Is there any other comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. And we have the facilities tech. Chief Hookstein explained that.
Yeah, I mean, Chief kind of explained it well. I think there's an opportunity within the budget that we have in 25 to pay the salary based on not having been able to fill the facilities manager position yet. This would be added to the 26 budget. But as he mentioned, there is quite a cost savings, knowing that this would be entry-level facilities tech position for a lot of landscaping, pressure washing, painting, kind of that maintenance work that's been deferred for quite a while, that someone could grow into that position and move up the ranks over time. But saving that out of our expense budget by not having to hire a contractor for landscaping and sprinkler repairs and that type of work, right? So yeah, I think that pretty much explains it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your intention is to continue to pursue a facility manager?
Correct.
position?
Yes. We'll probably, I was talking to Liliana today about that, and I think we agreed that posting probably those jobs simultaneously comes with some benefit, and bringing those people on together allows them to grow into the role, into the expanded division together, and there's some opportunities there for the facilities division of the department.
Any questions or?
So Commissioner Webster is gone.
Yeah, yes, he needed a week, he said.
This would actually, one of the positions it would be replacing is our landscape company that we hire now.
Correct. So
And then in addition to painting and art.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yep. And some of the service ticket work, like Patty's gonna have some more experience in that area with some of the other work. So I'm not necessarily, again, this would be an entry-level position. So it opens up some opportunity for some people out there that are hard workers that might not have complete facility skills, but stuff that they could grow into.
Yeah.
And be able to take care of some of the lower level maintenance stuff, right, at the beginning. Right, so there's.
Well, what I'm thinking with finance is that what we pay the landscaper,
This will.
that folds into this salary nicely.
100%.
So we'll be buying lawnmowers and.
Yeah, we did put a capital, I did put in the proposed 26 budget, I proposed a small trailer, secure trailer, and all the landscaping equipment that this person would need to be able to take care of our facilities well. So that would go along with this. But again, for the amount of money that we're paying landscapers for not only the landscaping and the sprinkler repairs that we do, and the shut off and blowout and all that kind of stuff every year, I think we're pretty much a even deal here, and I think we can get a better product out of somebody in-house with some additional work just besides landscaping.
You gotta have a little bit of skills.
100%, 100%. So I mean, when we put that's in the job description, right? The landscaping background, or that's going to be a thing, and that'll be in the job announcement. And we will be looking for people know what they're doing out there to make stuff look good.
I'll move to authorize governing board of commissioners to approve pursuing the hiring of a facilities technician position as soon as possible.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Been motioned by Commissioner Headland and seconded by Commissioner Harris. There's no further comments or questions. Do we have all in favor? Where am I? Who am
I,
Aye.
Passes unanimously, Beatrice.
Thank you.
And then a quick discussion for December meeting. We do election of chairs and vice chair for our meetings. Beatrice wanted to know if everybody plans on attending the December meeting. Yep.
And you were asked about May,
About May.
or something about, you mentioned something about, because it started in May, if you do it from May or December.
We'll deal with that later.
So we're doing December.
For right now, people will be present in December
December
just-
4th specifically.
Yeah, we just started in May, I guess.
All right. Projected agendas.
So I need to make an adjustment to our budget calendar as we go through this fall. And we're moving the public hearing for the fire benefit charge to a special board meeting on October 30th. Assuming that everybody is okay with that, and then we'll have a quorum. This would be to have a rough draft of the overall budget so that we can have a public hearing and discuss an approximate fire benefit charge rate. This is required by RCW and all that. This is not, I mean, it could potentially replace, the November 3rd meeting, but we also have a November 3rd meeting to go through all of the line items in the 2026 budget in detail and answer any questions that you may have. But this public hearing was initially slated for our October 16th meeting. And I don't believe with our schedules and me being gone next week and then Chief Orms is gone that following week, we're just not going to be October 16th.
I'll be in Nebraska on the 30th of October. I'm probably the only one.
Will you be around for our November 3rd?
Oh, I'll be here November 3rd. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get back the 31st.
I don't hear anything from anybody else, so I'm going to assume everybody else will be here unless they say otherwise.
It's good.
Thank you.
We have our conference coming up at the end of the month. We have, there it is, October 30th. Commissioner Nye will either have an excused absence or Zoom on November 20th. Anybody else plan? Okay. Don't forget about the 101 class. It's free. Other than that, 6:19 meeting adjourned.
Hold on a quick sec.
I was genuinely,
Beatrice, go ahead and ask your question.
well, I just want to make sure that the October 30th special meeting is only for discussion of fire benefit charge, because that's how it was noticed. And no other agenda items. The November 3rd will be the discussion, and if you wanted to change to have more of the budget.
Yeah, I was thinking that we might be able to go through all the baseline items on the 30th, but if Commissioner Headland's not going to be there, then why don't we, I agree with you, let's just do the public hearing and setting of the fire benefit charge. We'll have a brief discussion about the overall budget at that time of the public hearing, and theoretically, it should be a fairly short meeting.
Okay.
And then we'll go into detail on November 3rd when Commissioner Havlin's back.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Sorry that I'm not there. I appreciate the